One of the main things I've learned since I started my observations is how fast eviction court can go. For an experience as traumatic and life-changing as eviction, the fact that it happens in just a couple minutes was something I did not know prior to starting this. Tenants themselves will sometimes be confused and not even realize what's just happened to them.
As quick and simple as 2 questions from the JP right now. Did you pay rent last month, and do you have a CDC declaration? And if the answer to both of those questions is no, then the case is done.
The tenants who were present, when they were asked, did they have a CDC moratorium? Did they declare the CDC? They didn't know what it was. So they weren't given more information about it. There was no representative on their behalf to say, hey, this is what the CDC moratorium does. This is what the CDC declaration can do for you. This is how it can buy you time. The judge didn't offer that. Of course, the representative or the plaintiff didn't offer that.
I didn't know before just how threadbare tenants' rights were in Texas. Depending on which precinct you're at.
So for example, one judge might really drill into the facts of the case, do discovery of different documents, question the narrative of the landlord, ask the tenant to actually tell their side of the story, and others just won't. And so I've come to believe that, based on who you're slated to appear before, can often have a real tangible impact on what the outcome of your case is going to be.
There are some minimal things in place that are supposed to be done. For example, a notice to vacate is supposed to be provided, and there's a specific procedure and a specific timeline for what that's supposed to look like. But because of how much space the judges have to determine what discovery looks like, those questions might not be asked, and if they're not asked, then it's not a protection that actually comes into play.
So that's why I've come to really strongly support a right to civil counsel. Hopefully we can get that here in Houston and in cities across Texas and the United States.
In this particular docket, there was one particular nationwide rep who'd been the representative for at least 4 different plaintiffs.
A lot of the time, landlords aren't individuals, they're corporations. They're folks who have never lived in the property or who have never lived in the city of the property that they own. These eviction agents come from organizations that have names like Nationwide Evictions or Cheap Evictions 123, and some even have bundle prices. So evict one tenant for $100, 2 for $150 kind of deals.
Obviously, the immediate impact of losing your home, your safety, shelter, stability, that's very traumatic. But in the long term as well, eviction follows tenants. Even tenants who win their cases or who have their case dismissed will have that eviction that was brought against them on their record for 7 years.
I've also come to believe that a big part of this fight is making sure that people don't get into this situation in the first place. We can have stronger protections that will mean that people don't have to carry around this burden of having appeared in an eviction proceeding, which often can ruin their credit or impact their ability to find housing.
This is very hardy work and very hard to watch, especially when you see all of the moments in which the JPs can actually help, or there could be a representative on behalf of the tenants who are merely missing information that could give them days, if not weeks, to be able to pay their rent or stay in a place where they feel safe.
I really look forward to the day where this sort of work isn't necessary anymore.